Top 10 motorcycles from 2000 through 2010 we want back in 2025. The 2000s were the last great decade before motorcycles became rolling smartphones with too many electronic aids and safety features nobody asked for. We're talking about bikes that would bite back if you disrespected them. Machines that connected you to the road, demanded skill and respect, and had enough character to make every ride feel like an adventure. Today, we're counting down the top 10 motorcycles from 2000 to 2010 that we desperately need back in 2025. Number 10. 2003 Aprilia RSV 1000R. The RSV 1000R was Aprilia's masterpiece, a bike that brought MotoGP technology to the street without compromise. It packed a 998cc liquid-cooled 60-degree V-twin, making 139 horsepower, wrapped in some of the most aggressive and beautiful bodywork ever built. The RSV wasn't just fast, it was a work of Italian art on wheels. What made this bike special was its chassis and suspension tech, years ahead of its time. Aprilia used a sophisticated aluminum beam frame and Uhlin suspension that made the bike feel telepathic in corners. The V-twin had massive character, with a sound and power delivery that made every ride feel like an event. Electronics were minimal, but perfectly tuned, just enough to enhance the experience without interfering. The RSV 1000R embodied everything great about early 2000s superbikes, cutting-edge tech wrapped in emotion. Modern bikes are faster, but they lack the raw connection and mechanical intimacy that made the RSV so addictive. It rewarded skill, punished mistakes, and delivered a riding experience both thrilling and educational. Italian craftsmanship showed in every detail, from the trellis frame to the triple headlight that made it instantly recognizable. Number 9. 2004 Yamaha R1. The 2004 R1 was Yamaha's revolutionary response to the increasingly competitive superbike market, featuring a redesigned 998cc inline-4 that made 172 horsepower. It introduced fuel injection to Yamaha superbikes and came with a radical new chassis focused on mass centralization. The R1 wasn't just an evolution, it was a complete reimagining of what a superbike could be. What set this R1 apart was its handling and how it made power. The engine delivered a linear, predictable surge that built to an insane top-end rush. The chassis was brilliant. Short wheelbase, sharp geometry, and incredible flickability without sacrificing high-speed stability. The fuel injection system was perfectly tuned, offering crisp throttle response and a direct connection to your right wrist. This R1 struck the perfect balance between old-school superbike rawness and modern tech. It had enough sophistication to be reliable and friendly, but not so much that it dulled the ride. Every rider input became immediate action, forging an unfiltered bond between man and machine. The high-revving inline-4 scream and effortless power wheelies were endlessly addictive. Number 8. 2001 Honda CBR600 F4i. The F4i was Honda's perfected evolution of the CBR600 platform, featuring a 599cc liquid-cooled inline-4 that produced 109 horsepower. This bike took everything great about the original F4 and redefined it into one of the most balanced and user-friendly middleweights ever created. The F4i was fast enough to embarrass superbikes, but civilized enough to ride daily. What made the F4i special was its versatility and bulletproof reliability. The engine delivered smooth linear power down low with an aggressive top end that rewarded high RPM riding. The chassis was beautifully balanced, offering precise handling without being twitchy. Honda's build quality showed everywhere, from the slick transmission to the excellent brakes that provided consistent stopping power. The F4i represented the golden age of middleweight sport bikes, when manufacturers built machines that were truly fun to ride, not just impressive on paper. It made average riders feel like heroes and gave experienced riders a platform to refine their skills. The fact that these bikes are still competitive at track days over 2 decades later shows how well Honda nailed the formula. Modern 600s are faster, but the F4i had a soul that today's electronics-heavy bikes just can't match. Number 7. 2009 Ducati 1198. The 1198 was Ducati's final evolution of their legendary superbike platform, featuring a 1,198cc liquid-cooled L-twin that produced 170 horsepower. It represented the pinnacle of Ducati's air-cooled era, combining raw power with distinctive character that made the brand famous. The 1198 was beautiful, brutal, and uncompromising in its pursuit of performance. What set it apart was its fierce character and racing pedigree. The L-twin engine had massive torque and a sound unlike anything else on the road. The chassis came directly from Ducati's World Superbike program, with a trellis frame and premium Uhlans suspension. This wasn't a bike for casual riders. It demanded respect and rewarded skill with an incredibly engaging ride. The 1198 showcased Ducati at their most focused. Everything was designed for performance. From the aggressive riding position to the race-spec parts, electronics were minimal, just enough to keep things in check without diluting the connection between rider and machine. Modern Ducatis are more refined, but they've lost some of the raw emotion that made the 1198 unforgettable. It made you work for its performance, and the reward was a ride that was both thrilling and deeply satisfying. Number 6. 2005 Kawasaki ZX6R. The 2005 ZX6R was Kawasaki's response to the increasingly competitive 600cc superbike market, featuring a 636cc liquid-cooled inline-4 that produced 118 horsepower. It broke the unwritten rule that supersport bikes had to be exactly 600cc, and the extra displacement made all the difference. The ZX6R was faster, torquier, and more usable than its 600cc rivals. What made this bike special was its power delivery and real-world performance. The 636cc engine offered noticeably more torque than true 600s, making it far more enjoyable on the street. You didn't need to rev it to the moon for meaningful power, and it felt much more alive in daily riding. The chassis was sharp and stable, offering confident handling. The ZX6R proved that breaking the rules can lead to better results. While others obsessed over displacement limits, Kawasaki built a bike that was simply more fun to ride. The extra 36cc transformed the bike's character. Today's middleweights are increasingly track-focused, but the ZX6R struck the perfect balance between performance and everyday usability. It could dominate track days and still make your commute a blast. Number 5. 2008 Triumph Daytona 675. The Daytona 675 was Triumph's bold entry into the supersport market, featuring a 675cc liquid-cooled inline triple that produced 123 horsepower. This bike proved you didn't need to follow the formula to create something special. The triple engine gave the Daytona a unique character that set it apart from every other bike in its class. What made the Daytona 675 brilliant was its incredible engine and distinctive sound. The inline triple delivered power smoother than a twin, but with more character than a four-cylinder. The sound was intoxicating, a howling note unlike anything else. The chassis offered sharp handling and a level of refinement that showed Triumph was ready to compete with Japanese giants. The Daytona 675 marked Triumph's renaissance as a serious performance motorcycle manufacturer. It had enough power to be genuinely fast, but delivered it in such an engaging, usable way that it was addictive to ride. The triple engine struck a perfect balance between the torque of a twin and the top-end rush of a four-cylinder. Modern supersports have become homogenized, but the Daytona 675 proved innovation and character still matter. This was a bike that made you smile every time you fired it up. Number 4. 2002 Yamaha YZF R6. The 2002 R6 was Yamaha's revolutionary take on the 600cc superbike, featuring a 599cc liquid-cooled inline-4 that produced 120 horsepower. This bike redefined what a 600 could be, with a radical design that prioritized track performance above all else. The R6 was sharp, aggressive, and uncompromising in its pursuit of speed. What set this R6 apart was its incredible top-end power and razor-sharp handling. The engine was built to make power at high RPMs, with a power band that became addictive once you learned to stay in the sweet spot. The chassis was incredibly precise, with geometry that made it feel like it was on rails through corners. This wasn't a bike for casual riders. It rewarded commitment and skill. The 2002 R6 set the template for modern supersports and proved that 600cc bikes could be genuinely thrilling. Its aggressive character demanded rider involvement, creating a connection that was both challenging and rewarding. The sound of that inline-4 at full scream was intoxicating, and the way it came alive above 8,000 RPM was pure magic. Modern 600s may be quicker, but the R6 had a personality that made every ride unforgettable. Number 3. 2006 MV Augusta F41000. The F41000 was MV Augusta's masterpiece, a bike that fused Italian artistry with cutting-edge performance. It featured a 998cc liquid-cooled inline-4, producing 174 horsepower, all wrapped in some of the most stunning bodywork ever created. The F4 wasn't just a motorcycle, it was a rolling work of art that happened to be blindingly fast. What made the F41000 special was its attention to detail and exotic construction. It had a sophisticated radial valve engine, lightweight trellis frame, and components usually found on far more expensive machines. The build quality was exceptional, with a finish that made other brands look ordinary. Its distinctive, intoxicating sound only added to the allure. The F41000 was a pinnacle of early 2000s superbike design, blending performance and emotion in a way modern bikes often miss. Every part of it was crafted for experience. From its exotic sound to its sculpted silhouette, it made you feel special just sitting on it, and its performance matched the drama. Today's superbikes may be quicker, but they lack the raw emotional connection that made the F41000 unforgettable. Number 2. 2004 Suzuki GSXR1000. The 2004 GSXR1000 was Suzuki's definitive statement in the superbike wars, with a 988cc liquid-cooled inline-4 producing 161 horsepower. It refined everything great about the original GSXR1000 into one of the most balanced, capable superbikes ever. The GSXR was fast, reliable, and incredibly user-friendly. What set this GSXR apart was its exceptional balance of power, handling, and usability. The engine delivered smooth, manageable low-end power and an explosive top end. The chassis was brilliant, stable, predictable, and agile. It had just enough electronic sophistication to aid reliability and usability, without diluting the raw riding experience. The 2004 GSXR1000 embodied the ideal evolution of the superbike, combining performance with real-world practicality. It could dominate track days, yet remain comfortable for long rides. Its reliability was top tier, and its performance could embarrass pricier machines. Today's superbikes are faster but often less engaging. The GSXR struck a perfect balance that made it truly addictive to ride. Number 1. 2007 Ducati 1098. The 1098 was Ducati's most beautiful and capable superbike, featuring a 1099cc liquid-cooled L-twin that produced 160 horsepower. It represented the perfect marriage of Italian style and engineering excellence, with looks that were stunning and performance to match. The 1098 was everything a Ducati should be: beautiful, fast, and full of character. What made the 1098 special was its combination of beauty and performance. The L-twin engine had massive character and a distinctive sound unlike anything else on the road. The chassis came from Ducati's World Superbike program, with a sophisticated trellis frame and top-tier components throughout. The bike had just enough electronics to enhance the ride without interfering with the rider's connection to the machine. The 1098 captured Ducati at its peak, blending racing heritage with bold design and serious performance. It made every ride feel special, with an emotional connection modern bikes often lack. The distinctive engine, gorgeous styling, and high build quality created a machine that was both a performance legend and a work of art. Today's Ducatis are faster and more advanced, but they've lost some of the raw emotion that made the 1098 unforgettable.